Hello everyone, this is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming and welcome back to NASCAR 06 Total Team Control. Today we have a showdown against Matt Kenseth, I believe, at Texas Infield. Then we have Xfinity race at Daytona and a truck race at Michigan. So a wide variety of things to do today. So let's start with the showdown. Thank you guys so much for tuning in again, really appreciate it. Last episode we definitely did better than previous, but as you can see by our showdown record, we haven't been great. Mostly because I'm not good at these road course tracks. Usually there's like 2 or 3 that I'm good at, and most of them I'm just terrible at. And Texas kind of falls into that terrible category, but usually at Texas I'm able to pull it off, but I have no idea where this is going to end up. Well, let's start the race and see what happens. As usual, they will get off to a much better start than I. So, we're already behind right at the beginning. But this track doesn't have that many turns to it, so it's not as many places to screw up. Well, that was fast. I mean, we were already 3 seconds. It would have been 5 seconds, and that just would have been a waste of time. I wish I could do better with these showdowns. I really do, but just stuff like that happens almost every time, it seems like. Yep, I'm a disappointment to the racing community, I know. And now, to further that disappointment, we're going to go to Daytona, which in this playthrough, I've had horrible luck at restrictor plate tracks. I've just not found the right gear ratio to get up to speed, and that just kind of, it just ruins me for the whole race. This would be a place that I would expect Tony Stewart to run, so if we're going to see Tony Stewart this season, it's going to be here. But qualifying, I don't really know how we'll shake out with qualifying. Boyer's on the pole. That's who's second to us in the point standings right now. So we need to at least qualify up front so we're right with him. But I really don't know how we're going to qualify here. But if I haven't said it already, thank you guys so much for tuning in again. I really appreciate it. I said this in the last video, but I really appreciate all the new supporters, new followers. We're slowly getting that subscriber count up, as well as the view count. For only 3 months in, I really appreciate it. I was kind of questioning my decision on whether I could maintain, doing these videos every day at the current pace, which was like 10 views per video, and it just wasn't very successful. And I'm very happy with, especially after that predictions video. Like I said, that's really what put me over the top with views, and a lot of people have found me because of that video. So I might try to do more of that stuff, but I really don't know what more to do about it. What else is there? I've already talked about the next NASCAR game. I've already discussed my predictions. Maybe I'll do like a chase predictions video once we know who's in the chase. That could be fun. Usually that's something me and my family do. We all fill out a bracket, so maybe that's something we could do. I could fill out like a chase bracket, and maybe you guys can do so in the comments as well. That would be something cool to do. I think I might do that. Thank you guys for helping me brainstorm. Meanwhile, we're doing pretty well in qualifying, which is interesting. But then again, I'm used to the restrictor plate qualifying at NASCAR Heat Evolution, where we qualify last no matter what. So let's see where we end up. If we end up on the inside line, then I'm going to call it good. We end up third, so I'm fine with that. I'm fine with third. We're on the inside line. We're going to start right behind Boyer. I'm not going to make any adjustments. But now we have to qualify the truck at Michigan, which is my home race track, even though it's not my favorite track in the world. I could probably stand to go see a race there again, but I just didn't really have a great experience the first time I went as a kid, so really haven't had any interest in going back, but maybe someday, maybe when I have my own kids. But that's a little ways away yet. Wishful thinking, I guess. But we have 3 wins, 7 top 5, 7 top 10s. We haven't had a finish from 6th to 10th in either of our series, so I mean, I guess that's good. We're getting a lot of top 5s, but so let's see. Who's second in the points? Hattori is second in the points right now. Terry Cook is third. He's in 18th. I might have missed Hattori already. Let's see. Let's let it wind around again. I'm sure he's probably on the pole or something. Oh, now it goes to practice time. So I'll qualify and then we'll take a look at it. But we're leading both championships right now, so that's what we need to do. But we really need to start pulling away in this truck championship so we can afford to miss a race or two every now and then when we have the conflicts. I wonder if that's a thing that NASCAR Heat 2 will have in it. I can't remember if it was while I was gone or if it was like shortly before I left. They had that first developer diary, which kind of broke down the career mode a little bit. They also released the rosters for the Truck Series. That had to be before I left. I was surprised that GMS Racing wasn't on there. That's a pretty notable team not to have on the roster. I was pleasantly surprised with the fact that they actually have 32 drivers, real-life drivers, who are racing in the Truck Series. And there were no Cup Series drivers in the Truck Series. There was no Kyle Busch. There was no Austin Dillon. So kudos to them on that. I'm interested to see what the Xfinity roster looks like. They haven't released that yet. Cup Series roster is usually pretty self-explanatory. It just kind of depends on if some of the lower-funded teams actually get in the game or not. Probably like the 15 team and the 55, or even some of the BK racing cars. But let's see where we shake out on lap 1, second. I'm not too thrilled about starting on the outside, so we will go one more, see if we can nab the pole. I was hoping to be third, or first, obviously, but I didn't think we would get the pole on that lap. We messed up that corner a little bit. The car feels really weird, but I don't know what to do about it. It's tight. It's initially very tight, but I blame that more to my corner entry. But then we get up the track in the middle, and then we can go back down, which I think is hindering our run off. But I don't really know what to do about it. I don't think we're going to improve. So we're starting second. Not thrilled about that. Hopefully we can get to the inside line quickly. So let's see. Hattori, he's in fourth. Okay. So he'll be starting right behind us. I'm not going to make any adjustments. I don't really know what would help the situation. So we're going to go on to the race at Daytona. I apologize if you hear my phone vibrating at some point. I just ordered I pre-ordered NASCAR Heat 2 actually just before recording this, as well as that new hard drive that I talked about in my channel update video. So I'm expecting some texts about, delivery times and all that stuff, but I should be getting NASCAR Heat 2 right on release day. I am having it delivered to me, so I might not get it like early in the morning, like if I would go to the local Best Buy or something like that. But I'll turn it over to Alan Bestwick.
It's time for NASCAR Busch Racing under the stars on a hot summer night in Daytona Beach, Florida, at the World Center of Racing, the Daytona International Speedway. Tonight, it's the Winn-Dixie 250, presented by PepsiCo. A win on Daytona's high banks could prove to be a stepping stone for these Busch Series drivers. Who will solve the super speedway mystery? Finding the correct lane, hanging onto the draft, making deals, then breaking ranks. The answer is 250 miles and maybe one bumper away.
All right, it's time to solve the mystery of restrictor plate tracks, I guess. That's an interesting way to describe this, but
Okay, this is it.
We're starting third. We got Shane Mule right behind us, and we have right next to us, I mean. And we got Clint Boyer and Brian Vickers on the front row. So let's try to stick with Boyer here. Hopefully we can get up to speed relatively quickly. Once we hit fourth gear, we know we're going to slow down a little bit. But let's hope it's not too drastic. I'm waiting for the car to go into fourth gear. And yep, there goes Boyer. So let's hope Shane Mule can fall in right behind us. Nope, he's going to try to pass us too. I'm going to try to maybe have him bump me up to speed a little bit. But if we can stay in second, this might be our best start ever at a restrictor plate track. I am not very naturally good at restrictor plate tracks in this game. I improved a lot in NASCAR Heat Evolution, as demonstrated by my Talladega finish last week in NASCAR Heat Evolution. But in this game, I've just never got the hang of it. And now I'm stuck on the outside, which I'm not too thrilled about. Brandon Miller kind of pushed me up the track a little higher than I wanted to. Maybe he can fall. Well, oh, well, yeah, that was my fault entirely. So the way I understand it is you want to not sheer draft on the straightaway and then sheer draft in the corners. But my car is really tight. So I'm going to have to loosen this up because I just can't stick to the bottom right now. So we're sheer drafting in the corners. Now we're regular drafting. I'm going to try to... Nope, he's going to be able to pull underneath me. I was hoping we would be able... Oh, no, we did get in front of him. So let's see if I can stick it to the bottom this time. That would be really beneficial. There we are. We're going to sheer draft with Vickers in the corner. And then we will regular draft on the straight. Looks like us, Kyle Busch, and Vickers are going to team up to get around Brandon Miller. Maybe we can all team up to get up to Clint Boyer. Me and Vickers locked bumpers a little more than I anticipated. Let's try to get with Kyle Busch, who hates us enough to maybe retaliate. Hopefully that's not the case. We can work with him a little bit. But he's going to be a little resistant to work with us at first. But we need to work together to get up to Clint Boyer. Alright, sheer draft in the corner. Again, the car kind of pushed up a little bit, which I'm not too thrilled about. And now regular draft in the straight. Because if you... with the sheer draft, you don't really have the ability to bump draft, but with the regular draft, you can. But you really don't want to bump draft in the corners, because that's just going to do that, basically. So we'll go with Boyer now. We just kind of washed him up the track there. Alright. Let's see if we can catch up to Boyer, maybe pull off a move, but I'm just kind of a sitting duck once I do get to the pole. Not the pole, or P1. That's what I meant to say. So I'm perfectly okay with working with Boyer for a little bit. Maybe making an ally out of him. Since he is with 1-2 in the points with us, I'm probably going to take a couple swings at him later on. So hopefully we can build up an ally status with him now. Maybe we can pull away from Kyle Busch. That would be beneficial. We got tire wear. That's weird. Oh, well. Alright, halfway next time, but this is lap 6 now. The tri-oval is kind of a question mark. I'm going to pull underneath him here. I did not intend to, but... Oh, no, he's going to fall in line. I didn't quite have the run, but I was underneath him accidentally. So I was like, I should probably take advantage of this, but I didn't have the run for it. Kyle Busch is kind of slowly catching back up. So I'm going to bump Boyer a little bit. Alright, I did not mean to get underneath him that time. Wow, our tire wear. What is going on? Boyer's coming in, so I'm going to have to come in too. Okay, Boyer's not coming in. Oh, I'm gonna speed. Crap! Crap. I have to take 2 tires now. Oh, man. Boyer psyched me out. I was gonna come in with him, so I thought he was slowing down, so I was just slowing down with him, and then he stayed out. So now we have to serve the penalty, and to even it out, I had to take 2 tires. So I'm not thrilled about that. Because all of our tires were wearing, but I mean, usually at restrictor plate tracks you can get away with 2 tires. I don't have a drafting partner now too, because we took 2 tires. Even with the penalty, we were still out ahead of people who took 4 tires by like 1 or 2 seconds. But we are way ahead of everybody else who pitted with us, so maybe that's a good sign. I would have preferred to have a drafting partner with me, but if I can get out to a big enough lead and the tires won't matter that much, which I don't think they will, but I never know. I also skidded a lot going down pit road, so that probably didn't help our situation out either. Boyer is just exiting now, but it will take him a while to get up to speed, so we should be able to pass him with ease. Because there he is going into turn 1. There's Reigns. So I guess Tony Stewart's not going to run this season, because this is definitely a race he would have run. But we are in first. Let's see how much we stay in first by. We're already almost up to 2 seconds right there. He's still getting up to speed, so we're at 2.5, maybe 3 seconds by the end of... Oh no. I got excited. Crap. Now we gotta get up to speed, and this probably just evened everything out. Darn it. Yep, here he comes. He's coming fast. I'm 20 miles per hour slower than where I need to be right now. Dang it. That was just me being stupid right there. That was just me being stupid. But what's new, right?
Number 2 wants to get by it.
I had a 3-second lead, and I got on the apron. And the yellow's out. I don't remember what lap it was, but we might be close enough to the end. Yeah, that's unrealistic. We might be done with this race. Okay, we got 2 laps to go. Green, white, checkered here. We got to block, and hope that we can get up to speed fast enough. Because once we hit 4th gear, we're gonna struggle. Oh no, left rear tire's red. Well, now the race is over. The question out is whether they kept me in first or not. They didn't. No, they did. I don't know why I was psyched out by the pace car there. We win. In the most cheatingly way possible, but my left rear went red. And as my good friend John likes to say, it's just like a switch flipped, not a flip switched. A switch flipped is what I'm trying to say. But we won. We shouldn't have won, but we won. I'm sure we made somebody mad somehow. Well, we got some hero points. Got another 116,000 fans, and nobody's mad at us, so I'll take it. Now we got to do Michigan, which I'm sure is going to be terrible. 1 new phone call, whatever could that be? I've been given a raise. I'll take it. More money, the easier, the better truck team I can buy next year. But we'll head off to Michigan. I'm surprised they didn't have us signing autographs. Usually they do at the home tracks. But, I mean, I wouldn't have done it anyway because I don't do autographs anymore. Because I'm just so popular that I don't even need the fans. I'm just kidding. Please don't take that the wrong way. I shouldn't have said that. Whatever. Off to Alan Bestwick.
When the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series arrives here in scenic Brooklyn, Michigan, you can be sure that speeds and emotions are going to be high. The Michigan International Speedway provides a perfect track for these 36 drivers to do battle on as they hope to earn a shot to drive on Sundays. EA Sports is proud to bring you live coverage of this NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race from the magnificent 2-mile fast track in the beautiful state of Michigan.
Beautiful state of Michigan indeed. Let's get started. We are starting on the outside, which I am not thrilled about. And Bill Lester, who is starting on our inside, hates our guts. And it looked, no, I thought Hattori was going to make it 3 wide there, but John Hamilton might. Alright, let's try to get to the bottom. Sorry, Montgomery, we kind of cut you off there. But you're going to get around me anyway. I got loose, I'm sorry. Well, he hates my guts anyway, but he really hates me now. But that separated looked like the first 4 cars from the rest of the pack. So, but I am so tight. That was mostly corner entry issues. But looks like, is that Cleaver right behind? No, he's in the back. But it looks like we separated us, Lester, Hamilton, and whoever that is behind me. It almost looks like Montgomery, but he's the one that spun out, so I don't think it is. I thought it was Cleaver as well, but he's in the back of the pack. Yeah, this truck is just acting weird. Let's see if I can maybe make some friends with Bill Lester. Maybe I can pass him without him being too pissed off with me and maybe retaliating. But I just washed right up the track. I really want to know who that is behind me. Another 12-lap race, so we should be pitting around halfway. Alright, let's maybe draft with Hamilton. Maybe we can get him to the lead. That would be good for our Xfinity teammate. Lester is going to take a swing at me, probably. Alright, I did not mean to get underneath you, Hamilton, but you left the door open. I'm sorry. But we're in the lead now. I'm quite shocked by that, actually, but that initial contact with Montgomery really helped separate the field a little bit. I could have lost a lot of positions after that, but Montgomery took the brunt of the damage there. I mean, we're not pulling away from Lester and Hamilton because we're probably not faster than them, to be perfectly honest, but especially with this tight condition, I will have to loosen the car up. I have to loosen the car up at the pit stop. So about three and a half laps is the fuel window right now. So I don't know if we can make it 7 laps maybe, but I'll probably just pit it halfway again. But Cleaver's already pitting actually, as I wash up the track again. Yep, Cleaver pit already. I'm gonna pit next time by, so not this time, but next time. Right at the halfway marker. But yeah, I think it's mostly just the corner entry, but the car has to be a little tight for it to be that bad. So I'm trying a little different corner entry here, and that helped us stick, but I really don't want to be on the apron. So I guess the corner entry is the big thing, but I got tied off that time. That's probably more because I hit the apron. But we are coming in this time, so let's hope we don't have the, hit the apron and then get immediately spun out thing. Alright. Looks like Lester's coming in with. Alright, loosening the car up a little bit, upping the tire pressure. And let's see how the pit crew does.
Made to the halfway mark. There's plenty of time to still get a good finish. Stay focused
Since we were so close to Lester and Hamilton, we need a good pit stop in order to maintain, because the car is not feeling great, and I'm not sure if these adjustments will help very much. The pit crew sounds have gone half off again, but it's an old game, that's why. We should be able to stay on the lead lap, but my pit road entry was super slow. So we are going to lose a lap to Lester right here. But yeah, my pit entry was super slow, so that probably didn't help the situation. But he should be. I thought he was coming in with us with how much he slowed down, but we must have just slowed him down. Maybe now we'll find out who this mystery car is in the rearview mirror. Excuse me. But Lester should be coming in. Yep, there he is, coming in. So we'll get our lap back, but I don't know if we'll be able to retake the lead. Pretty much everybody came in that hasn't come in yet. So let's see where we shake out with these cars. Because again, there's Hattori. So that's good.
Cars coming onto the track up ahead.
But it looks like, is that Bobby Hamilton right up ahead? And then somebody else. I don't know if that's John Hamilton. That can't be John Hamilton. It doesn't look like him. But actually it might be. Colors are just a little washy in this game. So we're third right now of the people on track. Lester is coming out of pit road now. We should be able to make it past Lester. But it's just these cars right here that are going... Oh, no, we're not going to quite make it past Lester, but we should be pretty close to him. So we're going to be fourth. We're still within a second and 2/3 of the lead. Which, considering that incredibly slow pit entry, was probably better than we deserved.
Number 04 is outside.
But we should be able to pass Hamilton here. Truck does feel better. I was able to stick it to the bottom, even without the good corner entry.
The 04 car is closing the gap.
But now it's just a matter of, can we catch him past Lester and Hamilton, hopefully cleanly. I would appreciate that. I know they would. Lester's making a pass on Hamilton. I'm going to draft with Hamilton. Hopefully help him get out front going into this corner. Maybe. Not quite.
As long as you stay out of his way.
Caution. Caution. Don't hit him. Oh, I almost hit him. But I hit the brakes immediately there. Alright, 110 car. I think his name is Cleveland. I don't know why I think that, but it might be. Not pitting. I don't know how many laps we're left. We might be in another green-white checkered situation. Nope, race is over. Third. So at least we helped our teammate get out in front. Even though I was pretty sure Lester had the lead when the caution came out. But we made Chase Montgomery hate us even more. John Hamilton doesn't like us as much, but Bill Lester likes us a little bit more. We got some villain points. Whoever that is mad at us. I have no idea who that is, so we'll just move on from that. And that's going to be the end of this episode, right? I raced it. Yeah, I can't even remember what happened in this episode. But we'll check out the standings again. We got one phone call, probably the angry driver. Yep. Looks like we may have a challenge, or yeah, a challenge on our way here. From Bill Lester. Interesting enough. Win the race by 2 seconds at Milwaukee. That's possible. Usually I don't win races by that much unless it's New Hampshire or IRP, but Milwaukee's another good track, so that's possible. But we'll check the standings. We should have gained in both races, but not by much. Hattori was like 5th or 6th, I think, and Clint Boyer was right behind us in the Xfinity race. So, I think that's the exact same number it was last week. Maybe a little bigger. We for sure gained on Bobby Labonte. So it's going to be a 2-man race here. But John Hamilton's in 2nd place now, so that's good for him. But we do have an 86-point lead. So that's good. We still need to build that up a little bit more for me to be confident with missing races, but definitely an improvement. I think there was a modified race in the middle of all this. So let's see where our guys are. See if... Oh, Dusty Williams, he moved up a lot, so he must have done well, I guess. Let's actually check out the team. I haven't done that in a while. This will be a little longer, but there's the car again. The beautifully painted, hopefully correct color scheme car. Let's see how the driver's been doing. Oh, he finished 25th. Never mind. He hasn't gotten any top 10s yet, but he's what, like... So this is the guy we had before. He's $4,000 cheaper. So, per race. So that's good. I'm not too concerned about that because no matter who's driving, usually they are terrible. I mean, at least he got a top 5, but otherwise he was pretty craptastic, to be perfectly honest. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Gaming, be sure to hit that red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye.